Life on Earth. The diversity on Earth is amazing. Organisms live in every environment you can imagine. They live in lakes, on mountains, in swamps, and everywhere else. Some environments are hot. Some are very cold. Some are wet and some are dry. The conditions in an environment determine what organisms can and can't live there. Plants and animals that live in a pond do not have adaptations to live in a forest. Plants and animals that live in a forest can't live in the ocean. Plants and animals have adaptations that help them grow, survive, and reproduce in their environments. Wetlands. Wetlands are places with ponds, streams, swamps, and muddy fields. Cattails and other plants grow in the water. Cottonwood and willow trees line the ponds and streams. In many wetlands, cattails are the most successful plants. The strong roots hold tightly to the bottoms of ponds. The brown hot dog-shaped structures are seed heads. Each seed head has thousands of seeds. Many animals live in the water. Crayfish live on the bottoms of ponds. Their hard shells and strong pinchers help them defend themselves from predators. Their wide tails let them swim away quickly. The females carry their eggs under their tails in long swimmerettes. There, the eggs are safe and more likely to survive and grow up to become adult crayfish. Other animals share ponds with crayfish. Catfish have adaptations that allow them to live in dark and murky water. They look for insects, crayfish, and bits of plants to eat. Catfish use their whiskers to sense their environment and find food. Their fins let them move easily through water. They have two sharp spines on the sides for defense. Catfish live their whole lives in water. Bullfrogs live near the edges of some ponds. They have long tongues with sticky pads on the end for capturing large insects like dragonflies. They have strong legs for jumping and webbed feet for swimming. Bullfrogs jump into the water to escape land predators. Raccoons can live in the willows and cottonwood trees near wetlands. They come down to the ponds to look for food. They might catch a frog or crayfish, or find a bird's nest with eggs. Their hand-like front feet and sharp teeth allow them to eat many different things. Each fall, wetlands across the southern part of the United States have visitors that stay from October to April. The visitors are thousands of ducks, geese, and cranes. The birds fly south from their breeding grounds in Canada and Alaska. They are known as waterfowl. The wetlands provide food and safety for waterfowl during the winter. The birds can swim calmly on the ponds and fly out to fields and marshes to eat seeds. The weather is mild and there are few predators. As long as the wetlands have water to fill the ponds and flood the fields, waterfowl will continue to thrive. Deserts. Deserts are very different from wetlands. Deserts are dry, often hot and rocky. Desert plants have adaptations for getting and holding water. Cacti have thick stems to store water. Desert trees have small, waxy leaves to save water. Desert animals need water too. Cactus wrens can fly to water for a drink. Desert coyotes can travel long distances on long legs to get water. Kangaroo rats and desert tortoises get water from the seeds, leaves, and flowers they eat. They rarely need to drink water. Forests. Pine, fir, spruce, and hemlock trees thrive in northern forest environments. Mountains are cold in the winter and warm in the summer. The forest trees must be able to survive months of cold winter with deep snow on the ground. The snowshoe hare has adaptations that allow it to live in the forest all year. In winter, it grows white fur. The white fur blends in with the white snow, making the hare hard to see. Camouflage improves the hare's chances of survival. The sharp-eyed owl can spot the hare only when the hare moves. The owl's sharp talons and strong beak allow it to catch the hare for a meal. The black bear has strong claws for digging up roots and tearing apart dead trees to find food. When winter comes, the bear finds a den for shelter. It will hibernate, living off its layer of fat. In the spring, when the snow is gone, the bear comes out to feed on the fresh berries and plants. Deer are the fastest running animals in the forest. They are always alert for danger as they nibble grass and twigs for food. When they sense danger, they can run away in a flash. Deer leave the high forest in the winter and move to lower areas where they can find food. Grasslands. The prairies and the Great Plains of North America are grasslands. As you might expect, grasses are the main plants growing there. Few trees and bushes grow in the grasslands. Range fires often sweep across the grasslands, burning the dry grass and small trees. Grass plants are not killed by fire. They can grow new blades from their underground roots in the spring. Many other plants are not adapted to survive fire. Fire helps the grasslands stay the way they are. Many animals live in the grasslands. Prairie dogs have strong legs and claws for digging tunnels underground. They come out to eat the grass. Grasshoppers live right in the grass. They jump and fly from place to place to get food. American bison wander across the grasslands, eating the grass as they go. Horned larks are seasonal visitors. They migrate to the grasslands in the summer to feed on grass seeds and raise their young. In the winter, horned larks migrate south, where it is warmer. Fire is a challenge for animals living in the grassland environment. Large animals like bison can move to a new location to escape the fire. Prairie dogs can retreat into their tunnels. Horned larks can fly away. But if the horned larks have eggs in a nest or babies that can't yet fly, they will die. The grasshoppers are not strong flyers. They can fly a short distance to safety, but if the fire is large, the grasshopper will die. In the spring after a fire, new grass sprouts come up from the roots. The ashes provide nutrients for the new grass. The animals that ran from the fire will return. Grasshoppers will fly in and reproduce. The grassland is soon full of life once again. Tundra. The tundra is cold, frozen land most of the year. Northern Alaska is a tundra. During the winter, the ground is frozen. Days are short. Plants stop growing, and most animals seek shelter from snow and wind. Only animals with thick fur or feathers can survive the tundra winters. Arctic foxes scavenge for scraps of food. Ptarmigans scratch through snow to find seeds and small plants. Foxes and ptarmigans grow white fur and feathers in winter. They blend in with the white environment. In the summer, days are long and weather is warm. The soil defrosts and the tundra comes to life. Millions of mosquitoes swarm over the pools and marshes where they reproduce. Millions of birds come to the summer tundra to raise their young. Summer is also when the snowy owl raises its offspring. The owl catches mice and voles to feed its young. It also catches baby birds and fish from time to time. The tundra goes through big changes in weather over the year. Animals that don't have structures to protect themselves from the cold have to leave after the summer to survive. Ocean and ocean basins. More than half of Earth's surface is ocean. Water in the ocean is cold in the far north and far south, and warm in the middle parts of the planet. The warm ocean basins are called tropical oceans. Life on land is based on plants, but there are few plants in the tropical oceans. The tropical oceans are known for the diversity of their animals. The most important animals in tropical oceans are the corals. They surround themselves with hard shells for protection. In this way, they build huge structures called reefs. Thousands of animals make their homes in the coral reef environment. The corals build huge reefs that provide many places for other animals to grow, hide, and find food. The reef benefits animals that need a surface to stick to, like snails and clams. The reef benefits animals that need places to hide, like shrimp and lobsters. The reef provides a nesting place for ocean travelers, like the green sea turtle. Some ocean organisms live part of the year in cold ocean waters, and other times of the year in warm tropical ocean waters. Humpback whales are found in the ocean and seas around the world. They migrate up to 25,000 kilometers each year. They feed on krill and small fish in the summer in the cold environment. In the winter, the whales migrate to tropical waters to breed and give birth. They don't eat during that time, but live off the fat in their bodies built up during the winter. Adult humpback whales are very large mammals. They are 15 to 17 meters long. Young whales, called calves, are about 6 meters long. Humpback whales are adapted to live in both polar and tropical waters at different times of the year. Organism diversity. The crayfish is an example of a successful organism. It has adaptations that allow it to live in lakes, ponds, and streams. The crayfish has gills for getting oxygen from water. It has pinchers for getting food. It has a broad tail for fast movement through water to escape danger. Crayfish carry their eggs under their tails to make sure the eggs are safe while they develop. Crayfish have antennae to find food in the dark. All of these adaptations make it possible for crayfish to survive, grow, and reproduce in aquatic environments. The crayfish's adaptations would not help it survive in a grassland. Its gills would not get oxygen from the air. It doesn't have strong claws to dig a tunnel for shelter. Crayfish can't run fast or fly to escape range fires. Crayfish are not adapted to live in grasslands. Prairie dogs, horned larks, and bison are adapted to live in grasslands. Organisms live in environments for which they have adaptations. Thinking about life on Earth. What kind of organisms live in wetlands? What kind of organisms live in grasslands? What kind of organisms live in the ocean? What kind of organisms live in the forests? What kind of organisms live in the tundra? And what kind of organisms live in deserts?